The phone lit up beside her wine glass. She smiled before she even looked. Reflex, muscle memory, like she'd been waiting. The pasta between us steamed gently. Red sauce, garlic, parmesan, domestic tranquility. And then the screen glowed again. A preview, just a line. I caught it in the reflection of her spoon. Can't wait to put my dick inside you again. I didn't blink, didn't breathe. I raised my glass slowly. She looked up, oblivious, her phone now face down, her mouth full of rigatoni, chewed, swallowed, sipped her wine. And I smiled. By the way, I got a vasectomy last year. She choked, hard. Red sauce hit her lip. She grabbed for the napkin, coughing, eyes wide, panic blooming. I just watched her. Chew, sweetheart. Chew it all down. I had suspected. Of course I had. You feel these things before you ever see them. The empty glances, the sudden laughter behind closed screens, the unexplained showers, the late-night headaches. But suspicion is messy. It ruins things too early. And I wanted to be sure. So I played the part, loving, present, stupid, and she played hers. I remember the first time she didn't flinch when I touched her. She'd been nervous for weeks, always checking her phone like it might expose her. But that night, she laid her head on my chest again. I should have felt relief. Instead, I knew. She'd made peace with the lie. And that's when I made peace with what I would have to do. It started with passwords. She wasn't clever, just lazy. Her birthday and the dog's name. Within 2 hours, I had access to everything. Text logs, images, voicemails, hotel reservations, a secret email account. He called her Angel. She called him King. They called me Blind. I listened to their plans, read their fantasies. I watched them undress each other in front of hotel mirrors through the photos she forgot to delete. And still, I said nothing. She asked for a baby last month, said she was finally ready, that she wanted to make me whole. I told her I'd think about it. She didn't know I'd already made the decision for both of us. Permanent, sterile, final. She cried when I told her I was ready, held me like I was her savior. I held her like she was already dead to me. 2 weeks ago, she told me she might be pregnant. She said it with a nervous laugh, a hopeful look, like it was a surprise. It wasn't. I'd found the positive test in the trash the morning before. I'd taken a picture, labeled it, dated it, archived it like evidence in a trial. There was no jury, only me. I went to the clinic, asked for a paternity timeline estimate based on her cycle. The dates didn't match, couldn't. Then I did the math. The night of the hotel, the timestamp on the photo. She wasn't late, she was caught. So I set the table, her favorite pasta, her favorite wine, her favorite lie. And I waited for the message to come through. It did. She was still coughing when I stood. I walked to her side, put my hand gently on her back. She looked up, red-eyed, lips trembling, confused, afraid. I knelt beside her, whispered into her ear. Next time he texts you, tell him you're keeping his baby. Her breath caught. I stood, dropped her phone onto her plate. Sauce splashed. She flinched. The screen was still on, the message still open. She looked at it like it might disappear. I grabbed my keys from the counter. She reached for me. Please. That's all she managed. I didn't stop walking. I didn't turn around. I didn't go far. Just far enough. A rented apartment. Blank walls. Quiet. She called a dozen times. Then none. I heard from her brother last week. Said she moved in with her parents. That she cries a lot. Good. Let her. Let her explain to the baby one day who its father is. Let her feel that name rot in her throat every time she lies. She broke something that doesn't get fixed. Not with time, not with tears, not with apologies whispered between contractions. As for me, I sleep. Not well, but deep. And sometimes I dream of dinner, her face, that perfect moment of panic, the pasta, the phone, the silence that followed. That was the last meal we ever shared, and the first one I truly enjoyed.